Good morning, students. Today we will start English 2, Chapter 5, The Second Voyage of Sindbad the Sailor. So, Sindbad was a fictional sailor who lives in the city of Baghdad, and during his voyages, he experiences fantastic adventures across the sea in east of Africa and south of Asia. And here we will study about his second voyage. Now let's start the story. I had resolved, as you know, on my return from my first voyage to spend the rest of my days quietly in Baghdad. But very soon I grew tired of such an idle life and longed once more to find myself upon the sea. Now, children, underline the word resolved. What is the meaning of this word? So, what is the meaning? Resolved means decided. Underline the word voyage. Voyage means a long journey involving travel by sea. So, after returning from his first voyage, Sindbad decided to spend his life in Baghdad. But very soon he grew tired of his idle life and he longed to find himself on the sea once more. Now, children, here question arises: why did Sindbad go sailing after returning from his first voyage? So why he went for second voyage? After returning from his first voyage, Sindbad grew tired of an idle life and he longed to find himself on the sea once more. Come to the next paragraph. We went from island to island, often making excellent bargains, until one day we landed at a spot which, though covered with fruit trees and abounding in springs of excellent water, appeared to possess neither houses nor people. Now, children, underline the word abounding. What is the meaning of abounding? Abounding means plentiful. Now, Sindbad and his companions, they went island to island to make good profit, and one day they landed on an island which had no houses and no people, and that island was covered with fruit trees and springs. Now, while my companions wandered here and there gathering flowers and fruits, I sat down in a shady place and fell asleep. Sindbad's companions wandered here and there to gather flowers, and Sindbad sat down in a shady place and fell asleep. Now, children, here question arises: where did he find himself abandoned this time? Where did he found himself this time? This time he found himself on an island that was covered with fruit trees and springs of excellent water. And why did Sindbad fell asleep? Sindbad fell asleep because that place was shady. Now come to the next paragraph. How long I slept, I know not, but when I opened my eyes, I started to meet to my feet. I perceived with horror that I was alone and the ship was gone. Now, what is the meaning of perceived? Perceived means aware of something through started seeing. So, when Sindbad woke up, what did he saw? He found himself left alone on that island, and his companions and the ship had already left that island. Now, what happened next? Have a look. Descending from the tree, I hastily collected what remained of my provisions and set off as fast as I could go towards something that seems to me to be a white ball of immense size and height, and when I could touch it, I found it marvelously smooth and soft. Now, children, underline the word descending. What is the meaning of descending? Means moving down. The next word is immense. What is the meaning of immense? Immense means extremely large in size or extremely big. Next word is marvelously. Marvelously, what is the meaning of marvelously? Marvelously means in a wonderful way or in an extraordinary way. So, when Sindbad woke up and he found himself alone on that island, he explored the place, and what he saw? He saw a big white ball with immense size and height. And when he found that ball, he found that ball was marvelously smooth and soft. Then, now turn your page. Then I remembered that I had often heard the sailors speak of a wonderful bird called a roc, and it occurred to me that the white object which had so puzzled me must be its egg. Now, Sindbad remembered that once he heard about a big bird roc, and he thought that perhaps it was an egg of a bird roc. Now, children, up to here story is completed. Now let's have a recap of the story. After returning from his first voyage, Sindbad decided to spend rest of his life in Baghdad. But very soon he grew tired and he started his second voyage with his companions. And he and his companions make excellent bargains with the merchants, and one day they landed on an island. One day they landed on an island that was covered with fruits, flowers and springs. Sindbad and his Sindbad's companions wandered here and there to gather fruits and flowers, and he fell asleep in a shady tree. Now, when he woke up, he found himself alone on that island, and his friends and the ship had already left that island. He wandered here and there, and he saw a white ball of immense size and height. And then he remembered perhaps it may be an egg of a bird named roc. Now children, up to here story is completed. Go through the lesson, read the lesson, and in my next video we will begin with the next paragraph. Now let's have a look your homework question. You have to write all these questions in your English 2 notebook. Write neatly, clearly in your notebook. Now just have a look. What is your question? Why did Sindbad go sailing again after returning from his first voyage? Where did he find himself abandoned this time? Why did Sindbad gone to sleep? Describe the spot where he had landed, and where did he find when he wake up? So children, write these questions in your English 2 notebook. Thank you.